Difficulty getting started. We thought we were live. Patterson's up 2-0 early on. Patterson 1-1 on the year. Livingston 0-3, but Livingston's had close contests. Every single game has been about 2 to 3 point margin. 3-pointer by Christian Diol, a junior. Early morning for everybody over here getting started, so some technical difficulties getting some things going. So we apologize for those first 2 minutes that we missed. We were live, we just didn't hit the live button on YouTube. So again, thanks for joining us on NorCal Sports TV. 8 games in the big gym, 8 games in the small gym, JV in the small gym today, all varsity games in the big gym. It's like strong drive. Jace Johnson, 6'5", 230-pound junior. Strong drive underneath, but right back at you the other way. Christian Jewell again. He's got all 5 points for Livingston. So hopefully if you're in the area, you'll come on down and enjoy the great snack bar, great basketball all day long. Of course, these games are live, but you can watch them anytime thereafter on NorCal Sports TV. I'm keeping tally today how many times the ball hits our equipment. That's the first time today. Camera people were bobbing and weaving a little last night with the basketballs flying their direction. Players playing hard. Another strong drive. Troy's Harrison, that one's off the mark. Tough shot in the baseline, but he gets it back underneath and finishes. He stays with it. Delay of game warning after that. Officials don't take too kindly to knocking the ball out of bounds after you score. Nice move, nice play. Don't need to add anything to it. So the first of 8 varsity games here today. Good game so far. Again, Livingston is 0-3, but close contests so far with all their opponents that they faced this year. Lost by 3 to Torres, 68-65. Lost by 2 to El Cap, and then lost by 5 to Riverbank. So close games. They're competing with everybody. Just haven't quite tasted the W yet this season. And Patterson opened up the season with the win over Grace Davis. Before taking their first loss by 1 to Kimball. So both teams so far having some competitive games, and we hope to see the same today. Diol makes 1 of 2, has all 6 points for Livingston. Patterson breaks the press easily, can't quite finish underneath. And ball is going the other way. In the other gym, Patterson is winning by 2 over Livingston JV, so get a chance to watch both of them live or on demand. Steal. Patterson looking to score in transition, and they don't, but Harrison is there again for the offensive tip-in. Harrison with 6 points already so far in the first quarter. unofficially, just based on my count. 6 points for Harrison, 2 points by Jace Johnson. Baseline out of bounds play. Harrison takes it strong to the hoop. No finish that time. Livingston a better job of boxing him out. And Diol, the second time in the corner here with the turnover. Earlier on it was a travel. This time steps on the out of bounds line. We call that a negative step in basketball. You know, my father going to his camp since I was able to walk, Coach Denny I always talked about making that first step forward. It becomes even a bigger issue if you play at the next level, at the college levels. That three-point line is even further out. Courts get longer, but they don't get wider. Strong move by Jace Johnson. Beautiful move. Nice soft finish at the rim. So 6 points for Harrison, 4 points for Johnson. Patterson up early against Livingston. And Livingston looking to get somebody else involved on the offense, and looks like they do. Nice pass to Bradley Kaji underneath. The senior contested heavily, stays with it, and he'll get 2 at the line. Kaji gets in the scorebook early on. His first point of the night, first point for anybody that's not wearing number 11 for Livingston. Jace Johnson takes a seat for Patterson. Nice pass underneath. Scott Morgan passes to his teammate Delgado, who finishes for an easy 2. Pick in the backcourt. Desmond Shute with the steal and layup. So Patterson's offense turning to defense here, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back with more right after this on NorCal Sports TV. Welcome back to NorCal Sports TV after the timeout. Patterson up by 7 after a steal by Shute that leads to an easy layup on the other end. Patterson back in their man-to-man full court press. This time it's Josiah Mann picking up man-to-man full court, really putting the pressure on the ball handlers of Livingston. Aguiar trying to get up the floor, get the team in the offense. Gets to the paint, passes into traffic. Another steal by Patterson. But Roberto Rivera, quick hands, is able to stop the transition. And Livingston gets the ball back. Aguiar crosses over, gets to the paint. Tough contested shot, finishes. Much needed bucket there for Livingston. Patterson looking to push it quick. Tough fading shot out of bounds there on the baseline by Harrison. Hits nothing but backboard, so good defensive stop there. Aguiar finds his way in the paint again, kicks it out. Nice ball movement by Livingston. Floater's no good off the mark, but Kaji's there to clean it up. Cleaning up the glass today. Bradley Kaji. Nice offensive rebound there. So Aguilar does a great job getting into the paint, as well as Diol getting into the paint touches. You can get in the paint with a pass, a dribble, or an offensive rebound, and in that possession, Livingston did it multiple times, and it led to a bucket. I'm doing a bad job of keeping the time here. My apologies. 25 seconds on the clock, game clock in the first quarter. Livingston looking to take the last shot. Maybe not. Aguilar sees something he likes. No good. A lot of physicality underneath, and I believe that Kaji's may be called for the foul. It was actually too aggressive of a box out. I was looking at, should have hit the replay. So Kaji gets rewarded again for his relentless effort on the offensive glass. You can box somebody out, but you can't undercut them. Continue to move them out of the space. See a lot of that early on in the year. Players transitioning from a football season to basketball season. We'll see it with conditioning and maybe not understanding little things like that. I believe in football, that's what you want to do, not so much in basketball. So 11 seconds remain in this first quarter. Patterson up by 2, looking to finish the quarter with some momentum here as Livingston's made a run. Contested three blocked. Aguilar with the block on the three-pointer. Oh, but tough shot underneath. Beats the buzzer as Scott Morgan stays with it. As you'll see here, the block three, but Scott Morrison gets his own rebound. Contested floater on the baseline. Beautiful finish. Patterson up by 4. We'll be back with more after this.
I grew up where kids weren't expected to go to college. We just got whatever job we could to pay the bills. I felt I had no other choice. There was no role models to show me anything else. At San Jose City College, I experienced the transformational power of education. I was empowered when learning about social movements in this country, and I realized that I did have a choice. I decided then to forge my own path and become a role model for my family and for my community. Choose your own path. Discover your brilliance at San Jose City College.
At City College, I have the chance to run for amazing coaches and teammates.
San Jose City College has some of the best athletics facilities I've ever seen.
As Jaguars, we have the opportunity to excel both on the track and in the classroom.
SJCC has the perfect balance of athletic and academic support that I know will help me when I transfer to a four-year college.
I love being a Jaguar.
Welcome back to the second quarter. We have a good one here. Livingston made a run, closed it within 2, but Scott Morgan's floater in the final seconds of the first quarter puts Patterson back up by 4. Livingston looking for the first win of the season. And Patterson looking to go 2-1 on the year. Kaji, too many steps. Good call. Got to have that foot planted before you catch it. You couldn't really see in that situation. Camera person was a little too focused in to see the footwork side of it. But from my angle, it was a good call right in front of the referee. Patterson doesn't like what they see as Livingston picks up the pressure here. They're going to call a timeout, a quick one. We'll be back with more after this. So a quick timeout. Coach Dwight Jones saw something he didn't like. He wanted to make an adjustment. Talked to his team, and we're back at it. Good timeout as number 3, Ramses Infante drains a 3 in the corner. Anyone wearing the number 3 jersey, you just always have to assume that they're a three-point shooter. Good kick out, nice touch. Patterson back up by 7 just like that. Infante starts the offense for the Tigers. Dribble handoff. And a little too aggressive on the handoff. We'll take a look at it here. You know, I know they've kind of changed the way they officiate those things a lot over the years. It's a tough one. They want you got to stop your movement if you're going to be doing a dribble rub handoff like that. Can't keep moving into the defender. Good call, keep things clean early on. It's a good game. Aguilar contested by 2 players off the front of the rim. And Jace Johnson back into the game, gets a rebound on his first possession. Harrison, tough drive, no good, but Patterson continues to stay with it with the offensive rebound. And they'll get rewarded for their efforts. So that looks like the foul was on Kaji as well. If it is, that's his, I believe, his second foul. Patterson now up by 8. As Delgado, the junior, shooting 2 at the line. Makes 1 of 2. Diol throws it up to Aguilar. Nice kiss off the backboard. Making it look easy. It was not an easy shot, but it looked easy. They must have changed one of the three-pointers to a 2 as the scoreboard just adjusted, so I'm adjusting my scoreboard on the screen there. We got a 5-point margin. And Aguilar returns the favor, getting a steal of his own. Goes coast to coast, no good, but who's there? Nobody else other than Kaji for the offensive putback. Johnson tries to break the press himself, get a little bit out of control here. Finds Harrison. 3-pointer in the corner from 20 goes about 24. J.C. Sorsey a little excited on that open 3. Patterson will get another shot, though, on the baseline out of bounds. Nice little misdirection play here. Johnson looked like he's setting a screen and just steps in. And Kaji at that. If one of the earlier fouls was in fact on Kaji, that is foul number 3 for him. Livingston cannot afford to have their best rebounder sitting for an extended period of time due to fouls. And based on the substitutions, my foul count may be correct. Now, I don't have a number 2 listed on my roster, so I will not be able to give the name for the number 2 player that just came in for Livingston, unfortunately. But Duo with the rebound. Started fast, had the first 6 points for Livingston. Hasn't had a shot attempt since then, so Patterson's made a conscious effort to prevent him from getting shots up. Patterson continues the full court pressure. Man to man. little too aggressive. We got a hand check. So Aguiar will get it out of bounds. Another baseline out of bounds opportunity. Fresh 35-second shot clock. And it's picked. This time it's Lawrence Price, who looks to go coast to coast. Well contested by Ramirez. And Ramirez saves a wide open layup opportunity with this hustle. Aguiar gets into the paint again, kicks it out. Joel sees something he likes, drains it. 9 points on the night so far for Joel. Christian Joel, small forward junior for Livingston. Livingston a chance to go up for the first time. Harrison made his presence felt there, and what looked like was going to be a wide open layup for Diol ended up being way off the mark. So there's a look at the three. That should make Christian Diol the leading scorer in the game so far on the day. Patterson gets their own rebound. They get it inside to their big Jace Johnson, who stays with it. Nice effort. Gets his own offensive rebound on the other side of the key and finishes the second time around. Those extra efforts, love to see those. Aguiar, great job getting into the paint again. Joel snakes the ball screen, gets into the paint. Can't quite finish, but Livingston's there to get the rebound, but too many quick hands by Patterson, and they're off and running. Man having a tough time finishing inside, but his effort continues to pay off, giving his team extra opportunities. Brandon Brown comes into the game for Josiah Mann. Give Mann a breather. Brown travels. I was impressed. Harrison got it inside to the post. Man, the Browns' first offensive play there. They got it, fed the post, but we just happened to have a travel. So ball's going the other way. Tough contested shot again. Aguiar no good that time. Continues to stay aggressive. Wow, quick hands. It's Harrison. It looked like the ball was going to be an easy layup pass up court to Aguiar. And next thing you know, Harrison's finishing it himself. Jace Johnson with the steal, showing his defensive versatility with the pick in the backcourt. And another turnover. Joel saves it with a block shot. Aguiar is going to look to stop the bleeding here. And his aggressiveness is rewarded this time around. Impressive defense by Jace Johnson. 6'5", 230 with a picks the ball in the backcourt. And you see the quick hands here by Harrison. I thought the ball was going the other way. I was ready to see a wide open layup on the other end, and that's a 4-point turnaround there. Just the extra efforts. Aguiar misses the first two. Got to make these. You've been aggressive. You get in the bonus. Get to the free throw line. Having a tough time scoring. Got to knock these down. Makes one of two. Livingston gets in a diamond and one press. Jace Johnson's pass easily picked off. Diol who just scoops it in. Nice steal and finish there. Harrison's pass is picked off. Aguiar looks to get some early on in transition here, and he does. Well under control. Nice drive. As Livingston turns offense to defense on 2 possessions. Beautiful finish, ball control. And on the previous, you see, and I'll make sure I'm pronouncing this right at halftime, Diol with the steal. Quick layup. And we have a good one here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back after this.
There's more than one path to a successful future.
And they're all in one spot at San Jose City College.
Pick yours to get your degree and transfer in just 2 years.
I've got my spot, and now I'm getting jaggy with it.
Plus, there are ways to do it with no tuition or fees. A lot of ways.
And San Jose City College can help you find them.
2 minutes in the first half. Livingston pulls within 2 with the steal. With 2 back-to-back steals, but an open 3 in the corner is off the mark. Patterson really want to stop the bleeding, keep that momentum up. Man, a nice drive, but can't quite finish. Livingston's going the other way. Aguiar does a good job running out. Harrison runs back really hard to contest it and prevents an easy layup. Didn't block the shot, but he definitely changed the shot. Aguiar felt the presence there. Plays like that defensively or what help you win close games. So good hustle there. Out of bounds play. Kaji back in with his 3 fouls and scores. They're making sure they're going to get everything they can out of him, being that he's in foul trouble. Nice out of bounds play. Tied it up at 26 apiece. Livingston's full court press looks to be effective right now. Kind of speeding things up or slowing things down. Either way, it's working, causing turnovers as well. Patterson kicks it around. Open look in the corner. Another long 3, this time from Shoot. That's a heck of a last name if you're a basketball player. Shoot. S-C-H-U-T. Be even better if his first name was Trey. Trey Shoot. All right. Out of bounds play. Harrison to Shoot. Harrison, nice, tough drive, tough step back shot about 15 feet out. Kind of settled on that one. Aguiar with another run out. And this time he's able to finish over the contest. So Aguiar does a great job of leaking out on those defensive rebounds. The transition defense for Patterson is giving up too many layup opportunities. Man, a nice pass underneath. Harrison wasn't ready for it. I think he was in there more for rebounding. Didn't see the pass coming, so Patterson now looking at possibly going into halftime down. They were up by 7 earlier on in this quarter. And Livingston will see if they go for one shot here. Not quite. But we got a foul on the shot. Harrison with the foul. No, it was not a foul. Hold on, let me go ahead and see this replay here because now I see Patterson taking the ball out of bounds. Oh, they called travel. Got it. Well, That's why you take the last shot. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see if Patterson's able to tie it or go up. Not quite. The press for Livingston is still effective. 1 second on the clock. And Aguilar's shot at the buzzer was going to count if it went in. Doesn't go. We have a good one here, ladies and gentlemen. Patterson down by 2 versus Livingston at the Bob Schanze Tip-Off at Atwater High School. This is our 5th year doing this event together. We're excited about it. 8 games varsity in the big gym, 8 JV games in the small gym. If you're in the area, definitely come out today. Lots of basketball, best show in town. We'll be back with more in the second half after this.
I grew up where kids weren't expected to go to college. We just got whatever job we could to pay the bills. I felt I had no other choice. There was no role models to show me anything else. At San Jose City College, I experienced the transformational power of education. I was empowered when learning about social movements in this country, and I realized that I did have a choice. I decided then to forge my own path and become a role model for my family and for my community. Choose your own path. Discover your brilliance at San Jose City College.
At City College, I have the chance to run for amazing coaches and teammates.
San Jose City College has some of the best athletics facilities I've ever seen.
As Jaguars, we have the opportunity to excel both on the track and in the classroom.
SJCC has the perfect balance of athletic and academic support that I know will help me when I transfer to a four-year college.
I love being a Jaguar.
There's more than one path to a successful future.
And they're all in one spot at San Jose City College.
Pick yours to get your degree and transfer in just 2 years.
I've got my spot, and now I'm getting jaggy with it.
Plus, there are ways to do it with no tuition or fees. A lot of ways.
And San Jose City College can help you find them.
Get on your path. Unleash your brilliance and discover your spot at San Jose City College.
I grew up where kids weren't expected to go to college. We just got whatever job we could to pay the bills. I felt I had no other choice. There was no role models to show me anything else. At San Jose City College, I experienced the transformational power of education. I was empowered when learning about social movements in this country, and I realized that I did have a choice. I decided then to forge my own path and become a role model for my family and for my community. Choose your own path. Discover your brilliance at San Jose City College.
At City College, I have the chance to run for amazing coaches and teammates.
San Jose City College has some of the best athletics facilities I've ever seen.
As Jaguars, we have the opportunity to excel both on the track and in the classroom.
SJCC has the perfect balance of athletic and academic support that I know will help me when I transfer to a four-year college.
I love being a Jaguar.
There's more than one path to a successful future.
And they're all in one spot at San Jose City College.
Pick yours to get your degree and transfer in just 2 years.
I've got my spot, and now I'm getting jaggy with it.
Plus, there are ways to do it with no tuition or fees. A lot of ways.
And San Jose City College can help you find them.
Get on your path. Unleash your brilliance and discover your...
Welcome back to the Bob Schanze Tip-Off at Atwater High School. We have a good one here, ladies and gentlemen. Livingston, down by 7 in the second quarter, went into the halftime with a 2-point lead. Their full court press paying dividends. Joel, their leading scorer, off the mark. We got a foul underneath. The officials today not playing around when it comes to the rebounds. They are protecting the rebounders underneath, keeping things clean. This may be a factor later on as we do have some key players with some potential foul issues. Option 2 on the baseline out of bounds play. So far on that play, they've gotten 2 open looks. They got a foul on the shot on this one. This may be 3 shots. He's definitely behind the arc. Yeah, just... Was that man? Let me see here. Who ran out there to contest that shot? Yeah, he just continued to run after the shot. It looks like he ran into Aguiar, who may have sold it a little bit, but it doesn't matter. You got to allow them to land. That's the Kawhi Leonard rule. Remember back then, it's kind of dangerous. Players can land on people's feet, roll their ankles. There's no reason to continue to run at them when they've already released their shot, given that landing space. So Aguiar makes 2 of 3, puts Livingston up by 4. He's wearing number 3. This one's off the mark, out of bounds, on top of the backboard. Armenta was wide open there. Good look, good shot. This one's off the mark. As Patterson's gone cold here the last few minutes of the ball game. Patterson doing a good job of putting a lot of ball pressure on Aguiar. Tough drive from the top of the keys, off the mark. It was Tony Henry. Had a full head of steam. It's Dwight Jones, very animated on that call. You know, he was almost in position, but he started to back up or turn his body. Got a little scared as, I don't want to say scared, but maybe had second thoughts about what he was doing there as Tony Henry came down full speed. Taking a charge, definitely something you almost have to practice. Can't fall too early, but you also don't want to allow the player's body contact to just run right through you either. Livingston, full court press. Patterson, better job breaking the press this time, but it speeds things up, and man is called for traveling. It's the interesting thing about presses. It just speeds things up, and you might not get a steal, but it'll lead to other turnovers or shots a little early in the offense. Aguiar goes coast to coast, scooping shots off the mark. Kaji's got to be a little careful down there. Gives a lot of effort on the glass. This one right there, he could have got called for a foul, swatting down. I believe that could have been his 4th foul, so got a break on that one. Johnson, strong move to the basket, draws contact, but no call on the first one, but he'll get a call on that one. I'm always curious about, it's tough to officiate when he has a strong body like that. I feel the first foul would have been called with almost any other player on the court, but since Johnson is such an imposing force, it's like the officials don't call some fouls for players like that. They don't feel that it really changes or alters their shot as much as others. I've seen it with other players. My brother coaches at San Jose City College. have a very strong physical guard, and he doesn't get a lot of calls. Very similar to what just saw there, but way to stay with it, Johnson. Get rewarded, gets to the line, misses both, but man with the rebound. Man's looking to finish this time, and he does. Very active on both ends of the floor, defensively and crashing the glass, man. Aguilar gets to the paint, kicks it out, and looks like we have another travel, and we do. Good call. The footwork was suspect. A lot of players, they're right-handed, have a little difficulty with the shot fake going to their offhand. You actually have to pivot. You have to pivot your pivot foot a little bit when you start to go to your left. Harrison, strong drive in the paint, and Kaji's going to pick up another foul. This could be an important play right here. It's easy call. Wasn't anywhere close to being in position. It's either his third or his fourth foul. That was a well-designed play there to get Harrison wide open on the drive. And Kaji will come out. Patterson needs to take advantage of these free throws. They've gone 0 for 3 at the line the last few shots at the line, but Harrison will make that one, and the scoreboard says a 2-point game, so I'll adjust my score. Floater on the other end. Aguilar strikes fast. Livingston stays in their press. Harrison, tough floater off the mark. Aguilar was there to try to get the charge, made the shot a little bit tougher. Good no call. Now Patterson's ball pressure is causing some problems. Coach Dwight Jones looking for a backcourt violation call. A little confusion here on the floor. The officials will talk it over to want to get things right. We'll take a replay of Aguilar's last floater. And I believe we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back with more after this on NorCal Sports TV. Thanks to American Asphalt, season sponsor with NorCal Sports TV. They've been supporting our broadcast for years. If you're in the asphalt needs, please consider them. After the timeout, Patterson with a steal. Much needed easy bucket off the mark, but Harrison's there. Hustles back and misses two of his own. Tough break there for the Tigers. His wide open layup, Lawrence Price, the senior, just a little bit too hard off the glass. And then Harrison, which if that was my teammate, I might not have sprinted that hard because I would have assumed he was going to make it, but he sprinted hard and was there for the putback. But they have another look at it. They get it inside to Johnson, draws contact, no call. Harrison there underneath. Physical underneath. The guys are staying with it. Harrison scores through contact. Tough play inside. see a replay here. And that was a lot of effort. It's like, I'm going to make up for that missed tip-in fast break layup there. I'm going to make sure we score on this possession. Harrison's had a lot of effort plays that have kept Patterson in this one. Floater off the mark. Patterson's going the other way, looking to tie it or go up. Coach Dwight Jones wants them to slow it down, get in their set. Double post. Shoot from behind the arc, off the mark. And that's a double dribble, ladies and gentlemen. So a well-designed play, got their shooter open behind the arc. You see there, he dribbled one time and he dribbled again. You know, it's better to turn it over like that and get it out of bounds than to pass it right to them under their own basket. So that's not too bad of a turnover. He was falling out of bounds, a little off balance there, and made up for it. Got the steal. Aguiar drives into the trees, draws contact. It's the turning of the body, I believe, if that was on Jace Johnson. Also had Price brought his hand down a little bit as he was going up. Either way, Aguiar to the line. Oh, Harrison, nice in and out move, but he's fouled on the shot. Nice dribble. Aguirre. I've been saying Aguiar the whole game. I'm sure it's pronounced Aguirre now that I think about it. Aguirre, good foul. Harrison was in point blank range. Aguirre said, I want to make you earn these two. As Patterson has been struggling from the foul line today. Full court, man-to-man pressure. Aguiar ball screen, a little shoulder drop on that ball screen. Fader from the baseline, no good. And looks like the ball will stay here. Coach Dwight Johnson not happy about that screen. Brandon Brown kind of dipped the shoulder. No, not Brandon Brown. Looking at the wrong roster. That was Aiden Ramirez. Kind of dipped the shoulder a little bit on that ball screen. Dwight Johnson not happy about it. And Tony Henry called for another travel. Take a look at this footwork here. Sometimes, yeah, I don't know. Likely a good call. Not sure if when he dragged that right foot a couple times, it made it look like he made 2 steps. Anyhow, Jace Johnson, nice Euro, drives baseline. Nice move for the big fella. Tony Henry come back the other way. Pump fake, no good off the mark. Players staying with it. Nice extra efforts by both teams. Got to take a look at this. Nice drive to his right. That was tough. The angle to pull off that Euro. Smooth. Timeout Patterson. We'll be back with more after this message on NorCal Sports TV. thanks to American Asphalt, Paving the Planet, employee-owned, one of our biggest supporters throughout the years. Patterson breaks the press. They find a streaking Jace Johnson. Nice pass from Harrison. Johnson starting to take over a little bit here. Little miscue on the press, though, and Harrison, again, the extra efforts as he contests what could have been a wide-open layup. And Jace Johnson, good call by the official on that one, too. I was going to be curious if he was going to punish Jace Johnson for his size just because he knocked somebody down, if he was going to call him for a charge. And as you'll see here on the replay, yeah, that was not a charge. Players cannot start falling down before there's any contact. That's going to be a definite giveaway to what the call is going to be. And now, thanks to Jace Johnson, Patterson is now up by 2. Jace now 6 unanswered points on his own. Has a chance to make it 7 here. And he does. Nice touch. Patterson now in their man-to-man full-court press. And Kaji's back in the game, and in a matter of seconds of coming back in the game, gets another offensive rebound. Nice substitution. You know, Livingston starting to kind of feel things slip away here. They need that senior leadership and rebounding from Bradley Kaji, who's been in foul trouble most of the game. Very aggressive rebounder. Definitely making things happen for them, giving them extra shots on the offensive end with his crashing the glass, and been pretty reliable at the free throw line so far tonight, but misses 1 of 2 on that one, and Patterson's off and running. Nice pass by Harrison. He finds a wide open shoot under the basket. Now I think the ball pressure applied to Aguirre might start becoming a factor here as we enter the fourth quarter. Just looking at some of the players that have been facing that ball pressure all game, their energy level does not seem to match what I see on the Patterson side. Not a good sign when you're down by 4 with 9.5 remaining in the game. We got a box set for Patterson. Ooh. Definitely a miscue on that, mistimed it. As Scott Morgan almost ran into his own teammate there. But nonetheless, foul on the drive. Patterson in the bonus. Harrison at the line. Harrison and Johnson really taking over here in the third quarter, as Patterson was down by 2 at half. Nice looking free throw on that one. Makes the first of 2. Jace Johnson coming out for a breather. Well-timed substitution as well. Give Jace a breather before the fourth quarter. A violation as Harrison, again with the extra effort on his own free throw rebound, but just moved in a little bit too early. But this gives Patterson a chance to set up their press. Aguirre not happy with. He's not happy with the amount of pressure being applied to him on a dead ball. Officials coming over, cleaning it up. Livingston looks to go long. They throw it long up to Rivera, and they get the ball back into the hands of Aguirre, who's double-teamed. And that's a good adjustment by Coach Dwight Jones. Aguirre is for the most part, making everything happen on the offensive end for Livingston by getting into the paint, kicking it out, or taking his shots. And they're getting the ball out of his hands right now. And I'm sure that ball pressure is wearing on him. Fatigue may be a factor in the fourth quarter, but this time, Henry, his aggressiveness, gets him to the free throw line. Knocks down both. 54 seconds remain in the third quarter. Patterson's made a run, mostly with Harrison and Johnson leading the way offensively. And Harrison this time, Aguirre was playing in the passing lane. And it caused Harrison to travel. So the game clock has not started yet, so I'll sit here and hold mine until they figure that one out. We got 42.6 remaining in this third quarter. Aguirre gets it in the paint, is blocked, but rebounded by Kaji, and his shot's no good. And Callum pulls down a big rebound for Patterson. That was a big stop for them. Dwight Jones very adamant about his team taking a final shot here. Ball screen, Harrison, pick and pop, and he does. Beautiful shot. We call that the MIDI committee. Was that a three? Sorry, I've been doing a lot of college games, so I'm not used to. That was a three. Okay. That's not the MIDI committee. That was a three-pointer by Harrison. Beautiful shot. All the momentum in Patterson's direction right now. We'll be back after this on NorCal Sports TV.
I grew up where kids weren't expected to go to college. We just got whatever job we could to pay the bills. I felt I had no other choice. There was no role models to show me anything else. At San Jose City College, I experienced the transformational power of education. I was empowered when learning about social movements in this country, and I realized that I did have a choice. I decided then to forge my own path and become a role model for my family and for my community. Choose your own path. Discover your brilliance at San Jose City College.
At City College, I have the chance to run for amazing coaches and teammates.
San Jose City College has some of the best athletics facilities I've ever seen.
As Jaguars, we have the opportunity to excel both on the track and in the classroom.
SJCC has the perfect balance of athletic and academic support that I know will help me when I transfer to a four-year college.
I love being a Jaguar.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter. As Harrison made a huge three-pointer there, as you see here, to put Patterson up by 6 to end the third quarter. And we have something off ball here. And a turnover before the clock has even started. I was trying to tell the story of the end of the third quarter. I missed it myself. So anyhow, somebody was being way too aggressive off ball. It's kind of like a flag in football. You just lost a big possession there to start this fourth quarter. Kaji much better on the defensive end that time, as you'll see here. Walled straight up, both hands in the air. That's the kind of defense they need from him. Contest shots. Don't foul. Make them earn it. Mid-range jumper, baseline, no good. Delgado couldn't quite grab it, and we're going the other way. And Aguirre finishes for 2. Those are the baskets that really have hurt Patterson tonight, is those leak-out fast breaks. Patterson is aggressive on the offensive glass, and that's one thing that can happen when you're aggressive on the offensive glass. It could leave you vulnerable on the other end. Better job getting back this time is Aguirre, very aggressive in the early offense. Looks to catch Patterson out of position defensively. And I believe we got a technical foul on Aguirre. Mouthing off maybe to the official. I don't want to speculate, but that's kind of what I've seen. You see here on the replay, says something. Not sure if he was talking to his coach or the official, but either way, it also could have been the coach. We don't have sideline reporters here. Officials don't check in with us. We're not exactly sure. So we'll call it a team technical by Livingston. Harrison makes one of the, let's say makes both of them. So Patterson's up by 5. Miscue on the pass, and again, Aguirre just leaks out, and he gets an easy 2. That is the Achilles heel for Patterson. It's the turnovers that lead to fast break, easy layups, and Harrison's been there many times to contest those shots. Can't be there every time, though. Jace Johnson's shots off the mark as he penetrated from the top of the key there. And another slight momentum shift as Livingston's energy looking good at this point after that technical foul. Patterson setting up their full court man-to-man pressure. Aguirre going to be defended for 90 feet right now. Wait, high school. I can't remember the length of high school courts. Somewhere around there. Offensive foul on the screen. That's second time this quarter we got an off-ball foul. Yeah, you have to be there. You cannot run into the defensive player on a screen. Good call. Man, clearly trying to get it inside to Jace Johnson. Knocked out of bounds, baseline out of bounds opportunity. Usually a chance to get an easy bucket here if you have your plays in order. But Patterson didn't really seem to do a play this time. Just happy to get it in bounds. They're up by 3, 6 minutes remaining. Armenta to Harrison, who finds Jace Johnson in the paint. He looks to score between 2 people, but Henry's there, blocks the shot. And Henry goes coast to coast, but man's there to contest it. And we have another foul on the rebound. Josiah Mann The junior will be at the line. It's a tough one for Livingston. They've already have Patterson in the bonus. Not even. If I do some math here, about 2 minutes and 18 seconds, if my math's correct. 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, Patterson is in the bonus. Fortunately for Livingston, Patterson has not shot well from the line today. Don't have all the season stats. Would be interested to see what their season free throw percentage might be, if this is a sign of something they need to work on, or if it's just a bad day at the line for them. Either way, you don't want to get a team to the free throw line that early in a game where it's a low scoring affair. And Jace Johnson's full court ball pressure leads to another turnover. And I really couldn't quite see what happened after that. Looks like we have a timeout on the floor. So another turnover. Players are sitting down. We have a full timeout. We'll be back in a minute after this on NorCal Sports TV. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. If you don't know about that, you need to find out. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp to learn more. Overnight Sleepaway 5-day camp. 5 day, 4 nights, meals and lodging included. And each player will have one live broadcast today on NorCal Sports TV as well. Jace Johnson at the foul at the top of the key. Finds Harrison. It's like the play they were executing out of the timeout didn't quite happen for them, as Aguirre fouled away from the ball. In the house is legendary Brian Fonseca. We'll be very fortunate to hear from him today on our broadcast. He comes at a premium price tag, so we can't get him for all the games. And Devin Armanta, the sophomore, continues to show the struggles at the line for Patterson as they miss the first of two and misses both. But when you have Jace Johnson underneath, sometimes it doesn't matter. So missed both free throws, but offensive rebound putback. And that foul by Aguirre, either he's got 4 fouls and is in foul trouble, or he totally fouled out. Johnson from the corner, no good. High flying Harrison comes in, keeps everything alive. Left wide open in the corner. This one's off the mark. And man, with an obvious hack on the arm. He might call that in the shooting formation. I'm not sure what they're going to give it here. I've seen officials call those things a little bit differently sometimes. So foul is on the floor. You know, nobody else really wants to mess with this Patterson ball pressure. As you see here, Aguirre is no longer in the game. Harrison, good job. Just jump stops in the paint, stays strong, keeps his foot down, finishes. Does his job. Great job there by Patterson. Nice strong jump stop, but the way he's able to keep that left foot down, that's just stuff I look at as a college coach and son of college coach and brothers of college coaches out there. So Patterson now up by 8. I'll find out a foul situation, and we'll report back after this.
I grew up where kids weren't expected to go to college. We just got whatever job we could to pay the bills. I felt I had no other choice. There was no role models to show me anything else. At San Jose City College, I experienced the transformational power of education. I was empowered when learning about social movements in this country, and I realized that I did have a choice. I decided then to forge my own path and become a role model for my family and for my community. Choose your own path. Discover your brilliance at San Jose City College.
At City College, I have the chance to run for amazing coaches and teammates.
San Jose City College has some of the best athletics facilities I've ever seen.
As Jaguars, we have the opportunity to excel both on the track and in the classroom.
SJCC has the perfect balance of athletic and academic support that I know will help me when I transfer to a four-year college.
Well, welcome back with 4 minutes left. You know, I finally got the pronunciations right. I thought I was saying it correctly. Aguirre. It's not Aguirre, it's Aguirre. Aguirre for Livingston has fouled out with 19 points. Their point guard and primary ball handler. And he has done that as Patterson is taking a big lead here. Big lead in a game that's in the scoring in the 40s and 50s. So everything's looking good for Patterson at this moment. We haven't seen much offense from the rest of Livingston this half. Henry trying to make something happen here. Gets in the paint, tough shot, off the mark. Man looks to push it for Patterson. Three in the corner by Armenta. Nothing but the bottom of the net there. Puts Patterson up by 11. Everything's going in Patterson's way right now. And we got a foul in the backcourt. Nice looking shot from the lefty. And Livingston just struggling right now without their main ball handler to make things happen offensively. Pass by Johnson way off the mark. Still time to make up, but without their leading scorer and primary ball handler. It's an uphill battle for Livingston. As you can see, the struggles from the other Livingston guards dealing with this ball pressure. It really makes you respect what Aguirre had to face this game, all game, as the foul situation definitely became a factor. And great hustle here by Patterson, and who's there nonetheless other than Harrison to clean it up, as his energy has been high octane all game. All the little things you want from a player, he's done that and more. If we were doing a player of the game, it would definitely be, if I was voting, Troyce Harrison. And somebody's lost their shoe. Looks like shoot. And Trace Johnson with a take foul. on the other end. Harrison just always seems to be at the right place at the right time, but it's because he plays extremely hard. Patterson now clearing the bench, so to speak, and getting the starters out of the game. This looks to be their second win of the season. Patterson will advance to 2-1 on the year. Livingston 0-3. Again, 0-4. Their previous 3 games were all really close. 2-point games, 3-point games, 5-point games. This one looks like they'll lose by double digits. Open look in the corner off the mark by Scott Morgan. Kaji off the mark on that one. Just nothing falling for Livingston at this point. And travel, too many steps. Alex Delgado called for the travel. 48.1 seconds on the clock. Patterson pulls back their press. Up next, Buhok Colony versus Downey. Some more local products. One thing we love about this event, feature local matchups. I think the team we have traveling the furthest is Sanger High School, who will face Grigori later on today. A lot of great matchups. If you're in the area, please come down. Best show in town. 7 more games in both gyms. JV in the old gym, varsity in this gym. We're happy to be here all day, bringing the action. Patterson will advance to a 2-1 record with the win over Livingston in the first game of the day of the Bob Schanze Tip-Off Day 2. Again, this is Dion I. For my crew, Jelena and Naomi, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the next game on NorCal Sports TV.